This week on the Steel Report.
With new veterans coming in and veterans that we normally wouldn't help that are showing up just out of the blue wanting to know what we're about.
The new headquarters for AFIL, Americans for Independent Living, helping our veterans with many local services. Plus, the voice of the Hawkeyes, our friend Gary Dolphin, launching a new journalism scholarship fund in partnership with the Dubuque Telegraph-Herald and the Community Foundation of Greater Dubuque. And some sights and sounds of the Cedar Valley Heart Walk. And our program begins right now.
Now from KWWL, this is the Steel Report.
And welcome to this week's edition of the Steel Report. And today we're going to begin with a big update on the new headquarters for AFIL, Americans for Independent Living. With that said, let's get right out to AFIL founder Tim Combs.
So AFIL was founded basically on the start of helping disabled veterans be able to stay at home longer, help the younger ones coming back with disabilities, and that was where everything started at. And then from that point we moved right into homeless housing and then right into furniture for veterans a year or two after that. And that's kind of been the biggest thing is the veterans furniture program, and that is what we needed a facility like this to be able to hold more goods to help serve more veterans that we're getting to help within the community. So AFIL is now located at 4020 University Avenue in Waterloo. So the location is the old Slumberland building, if everybody knows about that from in the past, but we're right between Tractor Supply and 218 bar, but the best thing is that we're angled across the parking lot from the new VA clinic in the old Hy-Vee building. So we got construction finished and was able to move in at the end of May, first part of June. And since June, we've already increased our veteran connections over 17% within a month and a half, and it continues to rise every day, every week, with new veterans coming in and veterans that we normally wouldn't help that are showing up just out of the blue wanting to know what we're about.
Earlier this week, on the anniversary of September 11th, AFIL, in partnership with the City of Waterloo, sponsored a resource fair for our area veterans. A number of local and area organizations were on hand to let our veterans know all about the services available to them right here in the Cedar Valley. And Waterloo Mayor Quentin Hart took time out to be there.
As far as AFIL, Mr. Tim Combs had come with the vision of figuring out what else can we do for veterans within our local community. He didn't want to necessarily duplicate other services. He wanted to try to figure out how to create that niche, and so it's been incredible to watch his vision take shape, to be in this tremendous facility on University Avenue and see all the great work that he's doing for veterans in our local community. The City of Waterloo was fortunate to partner with our state agencies and write a grant to talk about how we could show volunteering through 9/11. Of course, you know, in 2001 it was a tragic day in our country, but how can we take those events and then turn them into something positive? And so with Tara and Brittany from my staff and some other team members, we decided to just host a series of local events throughout our community on ways to give back. You know, this morning I started out at Memorial Stadium with every sixth grader in the city of Waterloo. We had a parade of service members and veteran organizations that were there today. And then our sixth graders are out there volunteering, and then city workers and staff and different businesses are volunteering all throughout this community. As you can hear, they're knocking stuff down in the background. Those are all volunteers, right? And so just a day for us to have service and give back to our community. And last but not least, Ron, last year's State of the City, I made a challenge to our community about how can we give back and make Waterloo an even greater place. And we're glad to see hundreds of people have stepped up to take that challenge.
Moving into this new location, we had a lot of high hopes, hoping to assist 15% more veterans in the first year. Right now, we're at 22%. Just having this location alone has increased the walk-ins. We've got the VA clinic over there. They're sending individuals over. People just driving by, seeing the beautiful mural on the front of our building are coming coming in, veterans looking for help, veterans who we don't assist but asking how can we help, or just saying, what do you do? Give me a tour, and then how can I help? So it's been amazing being in the new location.
AFIL also works with the Blackhawk County Veterans Affairs Office, which is still located in the Pinecrest building on Independence Avenue in Waterloo.
Well, actually, we really work together as partners because we do serve a lot of the same individuals. Our office, we're focused on helping veterans and sometimes their dependents get enrolled in federal VA benefits. Sometimes there's some state benefits, local benefits. But so with being a government office, our mission is pretty specific. So AFIL can fill the gap. They can do all kinds of other things that that meet some of the needs that we can't. We do have some other services we provide, but AFIL has really stepped in, and they've really found the unmet needs of veterans in our community. I mean, and they do everything they possibly can to fill that gap. When we know a veteran or a family that's in need of something, we refer a lot of people over here. They refer people to us. So their services it's a tremendous impact on this community. A lot of communities don't have this, but yeah, they've been great to work with, and they really do everything they can.
It's anticipated that the new AFIL building will host many, many events and will give area veterans groups like Coffee and Camaraderie, for example, a new place to meet on a regular basis.
All right, so my name is Jeremy Frisbee, Coffee and Camaraderie Veterans Group of Iowa. Coffee and Camaraderie is a program they used to meet at the UNI ROTC building at Nielsen Fieldhouse. Now we're meeting starting here this fall at here at AFIL in the community room, and what we do is we get veterans together and their families. We bring education and resources to them and give them the help that they need at their time of the need. We're available 24 hours, 7 days a week, 365 days a year, 366 on leap year. So get a hold of one of us either through Veterans Group of Iowa or the group of Coffee and Camaraderie, and we can help you get you the resources that you need.
Combating mental health issues for veterans remains a top priority locally, and Vietnam veteran Terry Sheffert of the DAV, Disabled American Veterans, can offer support.
They're helping the veterans. I also work with the VA here. I work with the VA down at Iowa City to get my merchandise and that out to all the vets. Have them give me a call, and we'll give help as soon as we can, and that's our job. I can be reached at 319-231-0232. That's also my home number, ts1949@mchsi.com. Dave Grimm is the next closest thing I got to helping with veterans and what have you, and he's excellent with it. So if you need something, get in touch. We may not be able to solve it right away, but we can point you in the right direction.
So when a veteran comes into our building for services, we have them come in by referral. So if they haven't been referred from, say, like the Blackhawk County VA office or the VA clinic, then we'll get in touch with one of those organizations so that they can confirm a veteran's status. At that point, we sit and meet with that veteran and find out what are their needs. Is it something where they have some home goods they're in need of? Did they just move into a new place, they can't afford furniture? Is it an individual who was homeless and now into housing and they need everything? We sit and figure out what they need between the Furniture for Veterans program, the home modifications program, and with the housing. We're able to cover many items that a veteran might need. In roughly July of 2022, the governor put out a grant notice for $40 million for nonprofits for infrastructure. So they gave us just 3 weeks. All we had was 3 weeks to find a building, do a budget, and write an entire grant. And Tim and I thought, hey, let's give it a shot. So we sent it in. We found out in August, they sent an email and said, hey, we awarded you $1 million. So I didn't believe it at first, because who gets an email to say you won $1 million? But it's been amazing to be able to get this building and then do renovations. And we've obviously, it's been gone over $1 million, but to have that to get us going, everything about this building has been a godsend in here. And I'm so thankful that we've been able to help so many more veterans now within the Cedar Valley and hopefully more surrounding counties.
So what happened to kind of, push you ahead to make you understand that our veterans need? That was a Steel Report show in 2021 when Tim and Teresa came on to talk about how the local nonprofit got started in 2015.
I guess how I got started with it is soul searching after I hit the age of 50 and starting to figure out what to do with the rest of my life here in the golden age, I guess. And looking and searching and praying, seeing what can go on, and the good Lord sent me the message when we were on vacation in the spring of 2015, and it took off from that point. I mean, it just hit like a ton of bricks, and I spent a matter of 4 or 5 months at that point going from thinking about what it was I wanted to do to help veterans out through my construction process and company to getting a full-blown 501c3 within a week from the IRS, which was about the fastest turnaround that's ever happened at that point in time. So it just took off, but that was where it came to, and from that, it just exploded from there. I mean, doors opened right after that. It was just unbelievable.
Yeah, God opens doors plenty of times, that's for sure, if you're paying attention, right? And
If
I want to
you
point
are.
out, Tim doesn't always wear a neck brace. He just went through some surgery, so we hope things are going well for you there. Thanks, Tim.
They are, thank you, yes, and yep, sorry for the wonderful looking jewelry I have on today.
Okay. The building certainly looks much different today than back in December when we first took you inside for the Lowe's Workday. A lot of activities going on these days in the 4000 block of University Avenue. It's the old Slumberland Furniture Building. Volunteers are helping to renovate this 38,000 square foot building, which early next year will become the new headquarters for AFIL, Americans for Independent Living.
So here's a...
And that has finally become a reality, as Tim gives us a little tour of the renovated building.
So we also have the honor flight, so we can help the older veterans and younger ones that want to make it to DC. How you doing? Good, good. And our wonderful group of the Coffee Camaraderie.
How you doing?
This group will be here now through the winter time until summer.
Yep, every third Saturday of the month, we'll be here hanging out and
Yeah.
telling lies and war stories and getting education for all the veterans and bringing them, getting help with whatever help they need.
And this will be in our community room that we have. So that will be the next room we're moving into. So that's the room that any veteran can come through daytime hours that we're open and just come and hang out and do whatever it is they want to do at that point. So hopefully there's other veterans in here. They can sit and do their war stories and hassle each other and do the things that they do. So
Pretend which branch is better.
yeah, yeah.
Just be always the meeting.
No more Nielsen.
And then this is our community room. This room was provided by Lowe's. Lowe's gave us a real nice grant for this room, and we were able to rip out the carpet, redid the floor, put our nice logo in the floor, repainted everything, build a nice big kitchen that we can start doing some cooking classes, holding some lunches as we move forward. Basically for veterans to be able to want to use the room, or some of the other groups in town, job seekers and things like that, we can get some businesses to come in and hold some business fairs, workshop fairs, and we can do all that right here in this one room. And we can hold up to 125 people or so within this. And some of our volunteers here helping, my wife, and we have the chief here from the fire department. How you doing? Good. And the City of Waterloo employee.
Yes.
All right. So along with that, we had some other individuals in the community donated a pool table. One of our employees, Amanda, her mom donated all the goods as a restaurant that would have. So we got the booths from her. We filled all the cabinets up with the dishes and everything you need to basically run a restaurant. So I think we have enough goods to handle most any big event or party we got going on.
That's great.
We have a good couch and TV set up with about 300 movies that you could sit and watch, and yeah. So AFIL opens their doors Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. till 5 p.m. right now. And so 5 days a week. And from that point, if it's something that's needed with a room or an event or anything going on, then we can rearrange that and set those schedules and set those times up for special events and things different. So,
Mayor Quentin Hart says he likes what he's seen so far at AFIL and hopes to do even more locally to help our veterans.
But also taking a look at the Sullivan Brothers Plaza and the service and sacrifice and dedication that we've seen so many veterans give to our local community. The vision was to make sure that the service and sacrifice of our veterans are honored in a way that you can actually see it. The old convention center, there was a little area where there were a couple flags and some things, but this way we can show it, we can memorialize it, and we can show people the service and sacrifice made by so many men and women in our community. But not just that, when you take a look at the backside of some of the panels, you see everyday people as well, whether they're working to build houses or working with children, and service and sacrifices are a veteran's way, and we're just trying to make sure we mimic that. And we're very thankful for all their efforts, and we want to show them that as well.
for a new veteran that comes within the doors of AFIL or calls on the phone, processes that we need to go through to make sure that you're a veteran is we can take some of your basic information. From that point, we need to get you in contact with the VA office in town. They will make sure that your documents are correct and that you're a veteran, and we can help you from that. They will call and let us know that. And then from that point, come in, we sit down, have a meeting with you, make sure you're compliant with our income regulations that we have, and from that point, then it's take a stroll through our facility now and see what kind of goods that we can help you out with, and then find out what other resources you might need that we can help out with and hook you up with.
We're so thankful to be in the building, and we're finishing up renovations. Of course, things come up and things cost more than what we thought before, and just to keep going, we're always looking for monetary donations. Thankful to have whatever you're able to give. If you want to come in for a tour, see what we do, find out what our exact needs are, we're welcome to have you come in and do all that. Anything you can do to help, it would help our veterans as well.
So when you first come in, you'll be greeted by our staff, and the first one that you run into is going to be Angie at the front desk, and she'll get you to sign in and go from that. And then as you proceed through the building, it starts in our big open area, but on both sides of that we have wings that are full of used furniture and goods that the community donates to us. That's what we give to veterans for free. So from that, you can pick out items, or you can just tell us kind of what you want, and we can put it together. We deliver it to you, or you can come pick it up if you'd like. And from that point, then strolling through the rest of the building is our food pantry area, that we do have minimal food goods that we give veterans and their families. Then in the back, we have a new community center. And in that community center, that's where veterans can come and do coffee, camaraderie, sit and hang out, and just relax and get their thoughts in order, or whatever the case may be. So just to get out of the house.
So, while we assist low-income, homeless, and disabled veterans, all veterans are welcome in our building. So, if you just want to come in and see what we do, get a tour, happy to show you. We've got a veteran community room that we're hoping to engage all veterans together, whether we do community meals or we have coffee and camaraderie that's going to start having their fall meetings on the third Saturday of every month in there. We just want to get veterans to be able to come together. So it's not for specific veterans, it's for all veterans. Please just stop in.
So once again, be sure to check out the brand new AFIL, Americans for Independent Living headquarters out on University Avenue. And coming up next, I'll tell you about a big kickoff for Gary Dolphin's Scholarship Fund in Dubuque. And welcome back to this week's edition of the Steel Report. Recently, I had the great privilege of attending a special kickoff event in Dubuque at the Diamond Joe Casino, as several hundred people turned out to help launch the Gary Dolphin Scholarship Fund, as the voice of the Hawkeyes is teaming up with the Dubuque Telegraph-Herald and the Community Foundation of Greater Dubuque to offer journalism scholarships. My longtime friend and former co-anchor Bobby Earls is a part of the Community Foundation of Greater Dubuque, and Bobby invited me to this special kickoff event as several Hawkeye basketball players, including Peyton Sanford, and a number of Hawkeye football players like Jay Higgins and Cade McNamara stopped by to greet the crowd, a big one on launch night for the Scholarship Fund. A truly memorable night, and it was great to see old friends like Bobby Earls and Decorah native Lon Olenzak from the Hayden Fry teams. So please contact the Dubuque Telegraph-Herald newspaper or the Community Foundation of Greater Dubuque for more information about or to help support the new Gary Dolphin Scholarship Fund. And thanks to the Telegraph-Herald and the Community Foundation for the invitation to be there on that great night. We'll wrap things up right here in just a moment. Welcome back as we wrap up yet another edition of the Steel Report for this week, and I want to leave you today with some of the sights and sounds of the recent Cedar Valley Heart Walk. As always, thanks for watching. We'll be back here next week with a new program.
We really had no idea about the world of congenital heart defects and disease.
We hope you'll stick around to enjoy snacks and refreshments that we have for you. Let's get this mission into action. Are we ready? On your mark, get set, go!
Mayor Hart on the scene. Hey.
I love you, Rob.
See you guys.
To benefit the American Heart Association, we are a national company and we've been around for 100 years now, and we're dedicated to funding new research, promoting new public health, new policies, lawmaking, and so all of these things is just geared towards saving and changing people's lives.
The Cedar Valley's greatest hits, 93.5 The Mix.
We probably, I would guess we have maybe around 1,000, a little more than 1,000. I definitely think it was a better turnout than last year, and which is amazing. You know, our goal is to grow and make a bigger impact in the community.
Probably not.
See, these are my sights and sounds of the Heart Walk.
Oh, nice.
And my husband did a loop like that. Oh, we did another one?
Oh.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Thank you.
My senior year at West, I was running and started passing out when I was running in track, and ended up going to cardiologist. They diagnosed me with POTS. Secret tachycardia syndrome, but they thought it was more a supraventricular tachycardia. So I had my first cardiac ablation when I was 19.
I could not be happier with, how the Heart Walk went today. We have heard amazing stories from our survivors, from the Huddleston family, and awesome drone photo that we're really excited to share with a really special message that I think is gonna, move a lot of people.
We'll see ya. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
The Cedar Valley's greatest hits, 93.5 The Mix.
See ya, Connor. Bye, guys.
Hi, Dan. Hey, Coach. How you doing? That's where I like it, yeah.